So the Helldiver 2 devs have released a new patch today that looks to be really good. Actually, it fixes a bunch of crashes, stuttering, and then they have some fixes for matchmaking as well. Let's go through the patch notes. So basically, they said that they focused on the following areas. They improved the general game stability, they prepared a build for upcoming server matchmaking improvements, and they resolved some connectivity and disconnect issues, which are all big issues that we've been having. I personally haven't had any issues like that, but I know that some people can't even launch their game. Some people aren't able to play with other people, and just in general, they weren't ready for this many players. So it's good to see that they're focusing on this before they, add new content and stuff. Though that being said, I hope they add some new content pretty soon. But anyways, getting on to our fixes, they said they fixed the crash when the application was closed shortly after start, which I don't see really matters because the application was already closed. But okay, the game no longer crashes during the extraction cutscene. That actually did happen to me a couple times. The user profile with too many friends no longer causes crash. That's a little bit funny. They fixed the crash when using text-to-speech during the extraction cutscene. I don't use text-to-speech, so I haven't had that happen, but I'm sure it's happened to some people. The game no longer crashes when users disconnect during the joining cutscene. The operation status in mission summary no longer causes a crash. They fixed crashes caused by leftover visual effect from disconnected players. The game no longer crashes when using ADS. I had that happen as well. They repaired instability in game data packing that caused increased patch sizes. They improved backend connectivity, reducing the likelihood of disconnecting during missions. That's so important. I was in a match yesterday, and I think I had, I don't know, 2 teammates, and they just kept getting disconnected. Every couple minutes, it actually caused one of the teammates to get off. So that's a really good change. I hope that fixes that, because it's so frustrating to just continuously be disconnected when you're in a match for no reason. I mean, there's really no reason to be disconnected like that. It's probably just because there's too many players on their servers or something. But I definitely experienced that. I've been on PC, so I haven't had too many issues, but with crashing and joining and stuff like that. But it really is frustrating when you get disconnected in the middle of a match. And then finally, they said they improved matchmaking experience and likelihood of success. That can actually be important too. I haven't used quick play too much, so I don't know if it's referring to that, but sometimes if you find one of those missions where people have put up an SOS beacon, you can click on it 3 times and it says it fails. But even though it doesn't say it's 4 out of 4, I assume it fails when it has all the players have already joined. But it's really annoying when you keep clicking on something that says 1 out of 4 and it just keeps saying you weren't able to connect for one reason or another. So hopefully that fixes that. I don't know what improved matchmaking experience means. Who knows? But yeah. So anyways, those look like wonderful fixes. I'm really glad that they're, working on the game's stability. In the future, I'd like to see some updates probably to their weapons. I'll probably make a video on balances and stuff, but it does feel like a lot of the weapons are underpowered right now and not very strong. The railgun is probably one of the best weapons in the game, but most of the weapons don't really seem to do much, especially when you're against a bunch of chargers. And, a lot of the primary weapons feel really bad. The support weapons are okay, but the breaker shotgun is just so much stronger than any of the other guns. And as people have been saying that I think they should buff the other weapons and not nerf the breaker, because right now the breaker feels like the only viable weapon when you're playing at higher difficulties. And I think they just need to buff a lot of the primaries. And other than that, I hope that they add new content. I hope they release another war bond pretty soon, just so we have more content that we can decide to go for if we want. I think that most people who want to have been able to grind to at least 1,000 super credits. It's really not that bad. And they said that they were announcing mechs sometime, so if they do, I'll make a video on that. But they said that they'd be adding mechs, which sounds really awesome, especially for those bigger maps on the higher difficulties. It'll be nice to travel faster, and just having a mech sounds awesome. I never played Helldivers 1, but I heard that the vehicles in Helldivers 1 were awesome. So anyways, there's the patch. Subscribe if you want to keep up to date on whatever updates and patches I put out. I'll always make a video over it. And I also put out videos on other stuff, so you want to catch one of my other ones, here's my tip video, y'all. Thanks for watching.